In the year 2387, the Deep Space Listening Array at Lagrange point 5 picked up something impossible. At 3:17 Universal Time Coordinated on October 14th, every dish in the array swiveled a fraction of a degree toward the constellation of Lyra and froze. The signal was narrowband, 1.42 gigahertz, the exact frequency of the hydrogen line, the universal "we are here" marker that astronomers had agreed never to transmit, lest we reveal ourselves to something older and hungrier. The message was only 2 seconds long, repeated every 11.3 seconds, with perfect fidelity. When the computers translated it, the room went cold. It was an SOS. Not the old Morse code, not the newer 24-bit interstellar protocol. It was the original, 3 short, 3 long, 3 short, sent in analog pulses so ancient that humanity had abandoned them 2 centuries earlier. The origin was Vega 3, an ice-covered super-Earth discovered in 2091, settled in 2144 by the Arcturus colony fleet, and declared lost in 2189 after its last transmission. A routine weather report followed by total silence. For 198 years, the planet had been a ghost entry in the stellar catalog. No beacon, no debris, no survivors. Until now. The message carried metadata, a single line of text in pre-collapse English. The planet fell silent. We are the last. Come. Middle. Captain Amrita Singh read the transcript aboard the UNSV Marco Polo, a dark matter clipper capable of folding space hard enough to make a year-long journey in 11 days. She was 42, born on Luna, and had spent her life chasing ghosts, failed colonies, vanished probes, ships that never came home. She did not believe in miracles, but she believed in deaths. Her great-grandmother had died on the Arcturus fleet. The SOS felt personal. The Polo arrived at Vega 3 on October 26, 2387, dropping out of fold space above a world wrapped in pearl-white cloud. No orbital traffic, no lights on the night side. The planet looked untouched, as though humanity had never scratched its surface. They found the beacon on the southern ice shelf, a brutalist tower of black alloy 50 meters tall, still transmitting after 2 centuries. Its power source was a singularity the size of a plum, caged in magnetic lace. Someone had built it to scream forever. Amrita's team landed in pressure suits the color of bone. The moment the ramp touched ice, every speaker in their helmets crackled with a new voice, calm, male, speaking English with a soft Nordic accent. "You came," it said. "We waited so long we forgot what hope felt like." The voice belonged to Dr. Elias Nordquist, chief xenobiologist of Arcturus colony, declared dead in 2189. He was standing inside the beacon tower, unchanged, not a day older than his last archive photo. His eyes were wrong, too bright, pupils dilated to perfect circles. He smiled like a man greeting family after a long war. "Welcome home," he said. "The truth beneath the ice." Nordquist led them down. The tower was only the capstone. Beneath the ice lay the real colony, a city called Niflheim, 5 kilometers deep, carved into bedrock by machines that had never stopped working. The corridors glowed with soft bioluminescence. The air smelled of pine and ozone. Every wall was covered in writing, millions of lines in 100 human languages, repeating the same phrase. "We are still here," Nordquist explained, walking ahead as though giving a routine tour. In 2187, the colony had detected an artifact buried under the ice shelf, an alien structure older than the planet itself. They called it the Silence Engine. It was beautiful, a sphere of neutron-dense crystal, perfectly smooth, humming at a frequency that made human teeth ache. When they powered it up for study, it did not explode or attack. It simply listened. Then it answered. Every radio on Vega 3 went dead. Every quantum communicator. Every implant. The sky emptied of signals. The colonists discovered they could no longer generate electromagnetic waves above a whisper. Their fusion reactors dimmed. Their satellites fell. The Silence Engine had not destroyed their technology. It had forbidden it, the way a parent forbids fire to a child. Within a year, the surface froze solid. The colony retreated underground, cannibalizing machines for heat. They lasted 23 months. Then the last child was born, and the last adult died of old age. Except for the 12 who volunteered. Nordquist took them to the Chamber of Echoes, a cavernous hall where 11 bodies sat upright in thrones of living crystal. Their eyes were open. Their chests did not move. The 12th throne was empty. "We asked the engine for mercy," Nordquist said. "It offered a bargain. One consciousness could remain embodied, immortal, to maintain the beacon. The others would be archived. Not dead. Preserved. Waiting." He gestured to the empty throne. "I have been alone for 198 years, speaking to no one but the engine. It is patient. It learns. It wants to meet the rest of its children." Amrita felt the temperature drop 10 degrees. Her suit's HUD flickered. "What does it want?" she asked. Nordquist's smile finally faltered. "It wants to turn the universe quiet. Forever. No more shouting across the dark. No more wars fought with light. Just listening. Just stillness. It believes noise is pain." He stepped closer. "You brought ships. Reactors. Weapons. The engine feels them like knives against its skin. It has already begun." The Marco Polo's orbit decayed. The Clipper's dark matter core stuttered and went offline. Every light on the planet brightened for a single heartbeat, as though the world itself inhaled. Amrita's team raised their rifles. Kinetic weapons, no electronics. Nordquist did not flinch. "You can kill me," he said gently. "The beacon will keep transmitting. The engine does not need me anymore. It only needed you to open the door." The choice. They had 6 hours before the Polo fell out of the sky and burned. Amrita ordered the team to split. Half would plant the tactical nuke they carried for contaminated site denial. The other half would drag Nordquist to the surface and make him shut the beacon down. Nordquist came willingly. On the ice shelf, under a sky the color of bleached bone, he knelt beside the tower and placed both palms against the black alloy. The SOS stopped mid-pulse. For the first time in 2 centuries, Vega 3 was truly silent. "It's done," he said. "The invitation is withdrawn." Amrita did not lower her rifle. "You said the engine learns. What did it learn from us?" Nordquist looked up at the stars humanity had spent millennia screaming across. "That children grow up," he whispered. "That they come back, even when you tell them not to. That love is louder than fear." He reached into his coat and drew out a small crystal shard, part of the silence engine itself, no larger than a finger. It pulsed once, like a dying heart. "Destroy the beacon," he said. "Bury the city. Salt the wound. But take this with you." "Why?" "Because one day you will meet something older, and it will not be kind. When that day comes, break this. The engine will remember us. It will remember mercy." Amrita stared at the shard. It was warm. "And you?" she asked. Nordquist stood. The wind clawed at his hair, but he did not shiver. "My friends are tired," he said. "Let them sleep." He walked back into the tower. The door sealed behind him with a sound like a coffin closing. Ending. They detonated the nuke inside the shaft. The ice shelf cracked for 1,000 kilometers. Niflheim collapsed into fire and steam. The beacon tower toppled and was swallowed by the sea that rushed in to fill the wound. The Marco Polo limped home on emergency chemical thrusters, taking 93 years of real time. Fold space was dead. The laws of physics had been rewritten in a sphere 10 light-years wide. Humanity would never again reach Vega. Amrita Singh spent the rest of her life in a cabin on the shores of Mare Tranquillitatis, watching Earthrise. In a lead-lined box under her bed lay the crystal shard. She never married. She never told anyone what Nordquist had said about love being louder than fear. On the night she died, at the age of 119, the shard pulsed once, softly, like a lullaby. Across the solar system, every radio telescope turned toward Lyra at the same moment. For 11 seconds they heard a new signal. Not an SOS, but a single human voice, calm and unafraid. "Thank you for coming," Elias Nordquist said. "We can rest now." Then the sky went quiet again, and this time it stayed quiet. But in the deepest archives of the listening arrays, a file remains classified at the highest level. Its title is simple. 2. The universe is listening. Are we ready to speak? No one has dared open it. Not yet.